Hey guys, Ken Fish with Ozark Laser. Wanted to share a story with you guys today. I've been doing this for over 10 years, and every once in a while I run across something that I haven't seen before, and this one definitely had me scratching my head for a few hours. So basically the story goes like this. I had a local John Deere dealer sent out a couple of John Deere IGC 700K dozers, plug-and-play dozers, to a customer. Written the dozers and the Topcon single MC² systems to them. He goes to set up these dozers, starts with the first one, the job site. Everything's set up good. He goes to hit auto, no automatics. He's got valve offsets, he's got it set correctly to the IGC dozer. Switch type can input, go into valve offsets, hit the auto on, the green light in the dash kicks on. You have valve offsets, raise elevation, lower elevation, slope raise, raise and lower slope, all working. Get out of there, go in, hit match, hit auto, nothing happens. So he's switching out. Well, first off, he called me and asked me, and I told him check on software, things like that, and if everything's up to date, maybe try rolling it back. Maybe there's something going on with the code, who knows. So he tries all that. He goes through MCR3s, he goes through control boxes, coil cords, IMU sensors. Nothing's working. It's the same thing. And it's not just that dozer. He pulls all the stuff off, he puts it on another dozer, doing the same thing on another dozer, hits auto, nothing happens, won't go in auto. Blades still won't move. Tried multiple pieces of equipment on that second dozer, same thing. So I go out there yesterday, and I start with checking software, things like that, just running through everything that I know he did. I just want to make sure, so I'm double checking, and it's the same thing. So I decide I'm gonna see if I can maybe just eliminate the IMU sensor. So I go in and I do a machine builder, elevation only, and no sensor, GPS. Make that real quick. Hit match, hit auto, bam, blade works. It goes in automatic, so it's working without a sensor. I'm like, okay. So I go back into my original machine builder file and try it again. Wouldn't work. I go into 2D mode on that machine builder, hit auto. It has slope. It goes in automatic on slope, but if you put it on 3D, slope elevation, doesn't work. So plot thickens. So I was like, okay, I can't get elevation and slope to work together in 3D. I wonder if I can get it to work System 5 sensor. So I uninstall the IMU sensor, I install a System 5 slope sensor, do a quick machine builder to get that going, hit auto, it works. I got elevation, I got slope, everything's working in auto. I can adjust my elevation offset, hit auto, it goes to grade, works great. Like, all right, so something definitely going on. So I start deleting MX3 files, site data files, redoing everything from scratch, still doesn't work. Then I start reaching out to the file. Maybe I've got a screwed up surface file. So I go in, I just make a flat plane surface, hit auto, still don't work. Okay, so I make a new project. I import the control file into it only, go in, make a flat plane surface, hit auto, nothing. Still don't work. Until I went in and made a brand new project, did not import control, made my own single point localization right there in the control box, made a flat plane surface, then it worked. Everything worked fine. Go back into the other project, hit auto, it starts working. I'm like, what in the heck? So that worked. So I thought it worked. It was an auto now, and it was doing what I thought it was supposed to be doing until I looked a little closer to my screen. I was looking at my cut fill tape, and it still said I needed to go down 1500ths, but yet it was sitting there in auto, and I'm like, well, that's odd. I wonder. I had just done a new MX3 file. I know I didn't do blade wear, because I was wondering maybe I had some kind of weird blade wear thing going on, so I went and checked that. That wasn't, it was zeroed out. There was no blade wear. So I'm like, okay, something strange is going on. So I went ahead and just set the blade down on the ground, hit match, hit auto. Wouldn't go into auto. I picked the blade up slowly by hand. All of a sudden it caught, went up, started going into auto. Now I had a completely different value. It said down more close to like a foot, but it was hanging in auto still. Well, I hit my elevation tab just to see what my elevation was, and just say it was like a 522.20 or something like that. I'm like, okay. Go back out, raise the blade up a foot, match, auto, won't go into auto. I manually drop it down, it grabs and goes into auto. Now my cut fill has changed. It's saying I need to come up a certain amount. I hit my elevation tab, same elevation. It's holding there at a 522.20. So what has happened now is, for some weird reason, there's an anomalous surface, a ghost surface, if you may, that's been created. And you can't adjust a vertical offset off of your model and hold grade to that. It will only go into automatic and follow this ghost surface. And the ghost surface, as I investigated, has no direct correlation with the model. At different points or different places on the job site, the model's at different shape. It has to be a different shape than the model. So at one point, while my dozer blade was in automatic on the ghost surface, I hit match, and at that point, now my cut fill numbers were matching up right like they should, because of whatever that elevation was. I hit match on it. It happened to be like a 522.20 or whatever. It would happen to be also a 62 or 6800ths positive offset off of the model. So I moved the dozer over 50 foot to another spot of the job at that 6800ths offset, and just left the blade in auto, thinking my cut fill should be a 68, but it wasn't. It was like a 25. So that tells me that this ghost surface is not even the same shape as the model. It's completely a different shape. So it's not like it's a surface hanging above a surface, the same thing above or the same thing below. It's a completely different shape, completely different elevations. I don't even know. I would almost be interested to see what this thing actually would look like if you would just grade it out when it's, all four corners of the job, and just make it with, grade it out with dirt to see what it would have looked like, because I don't know how else to see it, because you can't even see this thing with software. So the surface, this ghost surface that was created, that somehow through a corrupt control file, you couldn't adjust a vertical offset. It would only go into auto on the ghost surface, and it was not even the same shape as the model. And I dug a little deeper into figuring out what the heck's going on with control. Finds out that they hired a surveyor to come out there that did the localization off of points that was on an old blueprint file. Never even really shot control, real control. No control was ever actually set. So he had fudged the numbers somehow to make it localized, to fake the localization out, and then he did their model for him. And it was only showing up on MC2 dozer machine builders. System 5 slope seemed to work correctly, but MC2, it wasn't buying it. It wasn't having it. So very strange, very, very, very strange. The moral of the story is do not mess with control. Don't try to fake it. Don't try to fudge it. Do it right. Otherwise, you're going to cost somebody a half a day and another guy a half a day or more than that screwing around when someone should have done it right to begin with. So Thanks for subscribing, and we will see you all next time.